Hey everybody, this is Jack Hammer, and today I'm going to be hosting, and I've got Grant Cohn here with me. Hey Grant, how you doing?
I'm great. It's great to be on your show for a change. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. And we were talking about this. We've already gone through Kellen Mond once before,
Mhm.
but really, want to go over him again and take another look at him. You've been really hyping him up quite a bit, and I don't know if you've noticed, but his name's starting to come up a lot more from other people around the 49ers when it comes to the draft.
I'm not surprised. I mean, Daniel Jeremiah came out today and listed Kellen Mond by name as him along with Davis Mills, who we'll check out next week on my channel, as two guys who could be starters that won't be first round picks. I totally agree with him, and I'm not surprised. I feel like Kellen Mond, he went to Texas A&M, not a lot of highlights, not a lot of TV exposure, not someone that media scouts, Mel Kiper would be into, but coaches will be. I mean, the people who really look and really do this for a living, I think we'll see the things that we saw a little bit against Alabama. I like this matchup because Texas A&M is just so overmatched against Alabama. This is more of an even matchup.
Yeah, you definitely see that as you watch this game compared to the Alabama game. From an athletic standpoint, it's much better for Texas A&M. So you get to see Mond really working in this game, and it'll be an interesting one to go through with you and get your thoughts as we roll on.
Real quick, if you're watching and you're normally watching this on my channel and you come over to this is your first time on Jack Hammer's channel, make sure you follow Jack Hammer. Click the subscribe button right now because this is my go-to film guy. He's the man. We've been working together for like a decade, and you be doing yourself a favor. So now that I plugged you, let's do it.
All right, thank you very much.
All right.
Let's go ahead and roll through it.
All right.
Where am I here?
It's nice to be just sitting back and watching, letting you fumble around with the controls.
I know, and
Is there a change? Yeah. It's not easy.
Why am I not able to get it started here? Here we go. Sorry. Here we go.
That's all right. There you go.
Yeah, so 7:30, they finally get the ball. This is our first possession.
Okay. Hey, he's under center. Oh, my God. I've never seen him throw from under center. He always hands off when he's under center.
Yeah, it's almost always from the shotgun formation. I'll roll through some of the runs. We'll fast forward through those as we go on, just to keep how speed up. But here's the first pass attempt of the game here, 2nd and 8.
Okay,
and it's gonna be a little play action.
Let's see.
Yeah. My only thing on this one is that it's not that he's late or anything, but he's decided where he's going pre-snap, and he's got a guy wide open across the middle. So that's the only thing on this one.
I've been watching a lot of Kellen Mond, and he always does this. I feel like his first throw of the game is totally predetermined, and he's picking out an easy pitch and catch almost to get himself confident.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pattern with him.
Yes. And, you see it here, and he's got the cross from the bottom would have been wide open for him.
Yeah, but he just decided, I'm throwing here. It's going to be an easy completion. I'll get one under my belt and feel good about the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, they go on to 3rd and 8 here. Yeah, it's a little bit.
Yep, a little lazy.
A little bit.
Yep. You left to play on a field. And one of the things I like about this guy is that he executes better than a lot of the guys in the first round. He doesn't execute perfectly. And you'll see there's a reason he's going to be a 2nd-round prospect.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And he comes right back after that mistake, though, and then he makes a really nice throw here. He's got that pressure coming off the edge, and he's throwing this ball. We talked about this a lot when we were going over Mac Jones, or I did, as far as his anticipation. But it's just look at when he starts to throw this ball right now, the tight end hasn't even turned. He's getting hit in the face, and he's able to put this in perfect position. The guy turns, and it's right there in his lap. It doesn't really get any better.
I mean, this guy is a dual threat quarterback. They blitz him, and he knows really what to do with it. He doesn't panic. He beats it with his arm and his brain and throws a dime under pressure off his back foot.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the one thing when I look at Mond, his outside of the numbers accuracy is where he struggles, but he can hit that range. We'll see a couple of examples more of where I'm talking about where he has his struggles.
The thing about outside the numbers is interesting because he definitely has the arm strength for it. So we need to really examine what's going on those passes outside the numbers.
Yeah, and when we get there, I'll kind of explain what I think's happening a little bit. So the first play was knocked down. This first pass play, excuse me. He had a really nice play on the second one, and he comes back with a beauty here off of play action.
This is the best throw he's gonna make in this game. Man, this is nice.
Yeah, it's really pretty. He sees the safety drop down with the play action. You can kind of see him here, that safety in the top left corner step up, and he knows he has them. It's just a really good ball to throw this out in front of him and make his guy go run for it. That's what I like most about that throw.
Yeah, that was a Josh Rosen throw.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
He had the loft. You'll see him throw a couple more deep ones in this game, and they won't be that good. I mean, that was really the best deep throw I've seen him make. Yeah,
his deep ball accuracy is not, and we'll get to it because you're right. Because there's a couple of other balls that are similar to that one that he just threw right there. Yeah. It's when he's thrown to the outside that it's not quite as good.
Okay, but I gotta say his timing and ball placement on the in breakers is great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, especially in this game where he has a little bit more time. He's not getting blitzed every play like he was against Alabama. That was really the problem there, and that was because Alabama was just had so much better athletes than Texas A&M that they could get away with it.
They use him on these sweeps every game, left and right, and I think he's more effective on those than he is on like zone read stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty good at it. He's a big, strong kid and runs the ball. You know, he's a pretty good with that. Yeah, and he comes in here, and and this is a red zone play. They're at the 12-yard line. It looks like this is just going to be a really nice one. And as you watch this one, watch the third receiver from the top, because that's where the ball's going. And as soon as he makes his break, that ball's coming out.
Yeah,
this is perfect. This is Kellen Mond at his peak because this is where he operates the best. He's a killer
all day.
Yeah,
and this is one of the things that's nice about him. He can execute this throw in small windows, and you see him make it a lot in the red zone for touchdowns.
Yeah, he's money on these balls, and it's just he has such good zip on it, and just gets it in there, just drives it in.
Quick release, good anticipation, good ball placement. Yeah, he did it in the Senior Bowl too for a touchdown.
Exactly. And this is a guy that we're looking at, as a second, third round prospect where everybody's got him. And that's a throw that Trey Lance is never going to make, or you don't see Trey Lance make it all in 2019. Definitely not in 2020 either when that one game that he played. So really,
I prefer Mond as a prospect to Lance. No question.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah.
So they scored there. They come out, just a real quick screen. Not a whole lot going on there. Nice and easy, but he gets it. He gets the ball in his hands and out quick. And Zero is one of their best playmakers. We said that in the Bama tape.
Yes.
And he gets out there and makes a little move and makes that guy miss. Really nice.
Yes.
Come back. Second down, going to be another throw here. They throw the ball quite a bit to start this game off.
Yes, they do.
He does a good job of kind of managing, pockets there. He kind of does a good job of hanging in. He's reading this one through. He's got everybody coming from his left side. And he's got to really put that in a spot. He's got that guy covered a little bit to the one side, number 0 there. He does a really good job. If we watch this from the back one more time, just of putting this ball in about the only place that, he's got that guy right on him, and he gets this ball out, puts it right where he needs to on the outside shoulder of 0. Really nice.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that because he can look a little stiff a little bit with his hands high up, a little bit like Rodgers at Cal. People question, can he throw off platform? And that was an example of it. I think he can, but he's not the most accurate thrower off platform.
Yeah, no, he's not. Yeah, he's not going to really be very well that way. He does a good job though of keeping himself tight in the pocket when he is moving around, at least his upper body. So it makes it easy to kind of throw from that same.
He wants to throw. He's a thrower first and a runner second, in my opinion.
Yes, definitely.
I like that about him. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. And he comes, so they got that one for a first down. They come back here and they're going to run a little quick in. From the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
Once again, it's well covered. 3's right on the back side of his receiver. If we roll this, all 22 is the better view of it. He's right on top of him, but he just drives that into him. That's a really nice throw because we've talked a lot about guys not throwing the ball in situations like that where the guy's open, even though the defender's right on him. There's no way the defender's going to get there. All the worst case he's going to do is be able to reach around him and knock it down.
Right. That's an NFL window. That's an NFL throw, even though it's not a wow throw.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And then they ran the ball really well in this game too. This 28 had a really good game.
His last name is Spiller. I don't know if he's CJ Spiller's son or something, but he's got a good name.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I did kind of catch that on his. Thought I saw that on the back of his jersey at one point, but I didn't check into it. That would be interesting.
Texas A&M is interesting because they win. They have a good defense and a good run game. And the question is, okay, Kellen, you don't have any NFL weapons. Is it you? Are you the reason that they're winning these games, or are you like a caretaker, a game manager of a team, kind of like the Niners with a run game and a defense? That's what you got to wonder.
Yeah, he's a little. I think he's more responsible for it than a lot of people want to give him credit for, just because.
I agree.
of what he has around him.
Yes.
So they had the little running play. They're going to come back in. This is actually a play that I had tweeted out a couple weeks ago, because this is going to be really nice when he's got two guys running ins at the top of the screen. He's got the, and he's reading it. Really nice throw in there to the tight end.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those in breakers, he's money. He's just money.
Yeah. Yep, he sure is. You know, he's reading that. That's not. It looks like that. You know, when you watch this play, it looks like he's just making one read and not really looking at the field. But he's got two guys in the same area, so that's why you don't see it. But he's reading. He's looking low. It's not there. He's kind of sees them both, and he zips it in there.
And like little things like balls out on time most of the time with Kellen Mond. He goes to the right receiver most of the time. I like that, especially for a mobile dual threat quarterback. You don't see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Play action, and they have a bust in coverage, and he gets it out there. But he was
wide open. But you see that he has the arm for it.
Yep, and you see him looking there the whole time too. So it's not like it was just a fluke. That's where he was reading, and he gets that ball out right before he gets hit. He puts it right on the money. Yeah. So,
one thing about him in the outside stuff, like the wide receivers aren't as good as the cornerbacks are going up against. His best receiver's been his tight end for a long time, and I feel like it's an RPO offense. It's a lot of in-breaking routes anyway. Maybe a quick out here and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in this game, we've already seen him throw a couple of nice balls on outs, a little bit further down the field in that like 10 to 15 yard range.
Yeah.
So he can definitely do that.
His timing isn't as good. His anticipation is not as good. He needs to see it first. I know. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah. Most of the time, you're right. Most of the time, he needs to kind of see it a little bit. We saw the one where he had pressure, he gets the ball out quick.
Yes.
But you're correct. But that 10 to 15 yard range is about as deep as he really goes on the outside with,
But I got to say, he's a much better intermediate thrower now than Jimmy Garoppolo is post ACL surgery. Jimmy's great intermediate.
Yeah. He's really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
This
quick out.
Yeah, this one's kind of funny. If you watch this play, when you watch this one again, pay attention to the left tackle. They're actually going to be bringing pressure off of the edge here. When I watched this originally, I was thinking, well, he could have hit the corner, but he can't because this edge is going to get in there too quick. And part of it's because of what happens to the tackle here. Let's see what happens to him as well as we roll this tape through. Yeah. See, he just falls down.
Ooh. Texas A&M offense.
Yeah, poor 66, I think it is. So,
jeez.
Really good job though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a really good job by Mondo, because he's got that pressure right in his face, and he knows where to go.
Yep.
And he sticks it on him. It's a short out, but it's a nice little rep.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. And so here he is.
This is the one I put on Twitter yesterday. I was like, come on. Catch the ball, please. Kyle Pitts would catch it.
Yeah. There's a couple of things with it. I really like to see him. What happens when he throws these balls is just look how flat it is.
Yes.
And it's just got to be that's got to be a perfect. Everything about that has to be perfect if it's going to be caught. So when he's throwing those deep out routes, he's got to get more air under it, like we were talking about. Like when we look at the prospects, we're talking about Mac Jones, how well he gets the ball up in the air when he's going to go deep.
Yes.
And that's what's missing with Mond is when he's got to go to the outside deep. It's just on such a line. I wonder if part of it's because he doesn't trust his arm strength to get it there if he throws it higher.
Interesting. Yeah, it'd be interesting to work with him in a pro day and tweak some things and see how he responded to it.
Yeah.
See how locked in he is to his current. Because I mean, again, he looks so like stiff with his upper body. It just reminds me of Aaron Rodgers at Cal, and when he came to Green Bay, they loosened his upper body a little bit, and he just looked so much more natural.
Yeah. That whole.
I'm not saying he's going to be Aaron Rodgers, but it's just like I think part of why people don't like him is he looks a little stiff.
Yeah, exactly, and that's you're 100% right. And that whole thing with Rodgers was part of the way that Tedford was teaching.
Yes, and guys. People held Tedford against Rodgers the way I think people hold Jimbo Fisher against Kellen.
And that could be the case, but part of it too is the only other guy I think Fisher doesn't really have anybody that's come out and done very well.
No, Ponder, Emmanuel, and Winston. Yep.
Yeah, and Winston.
3 first-round picks.
Yep. And the one difference though is that Winston threw a lot of interceptions when he was playing at Florida State, and you don't see that from Mond. Mond's much more careful with the ball.
No, you can even call him a game manager. He is careful with the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, he's much better with it.
Yeah.
So.
And that's kind of I feel like he can execute the Niners' current offense. while
I think
protecting the
he
ball.
can.
Yeah.
I think he can, definitely do a vast majority of it.
That's fast motion. Playback speed
Yeah,
too.
I know.
Oh, you're going through quick? Cool.
I was just trying to get through the running plays to get back
Yeah.
to another pass. So
That's cool. Yeah.
they had a couple of running plays here. They got stopped. There is again.
Yeah.
But
There's
that's
not a
good.
lot of
That's
going
good.
on schematically at Texas A&M.
No, they do a lot of because it's all the shotgun. So they're doing
Yeah.
a lot of zone kind of stuff, and they'll do something similar to the Niners with the pulling guys pulling to go the opposite sides and stuff.
Yes.
Not a whole lot. So 3rd and 2 here, and they're going to go play action. Ball comes out quick. He gets it to him. It's a little high, but not too bad.
Decisive, on time, quick release.
Yep, and he gets it out in front of his man so that the defender doesn't have a chance. That's the main part.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
2 drives, 2 touchdown passes. So it's off to a good start.
Yeah.
But then we have this play. This one's just this was a rough one.
This is a bad one.
So, yeah, this is a bad rep. And this is one of those reps that we kind of came to be used to. I think we should say we're used to seeing this kind of stuff out of Garoppolo every once in a while. We definitely saw it last year with Mullins too, where they just kind of throw it up into the middle of the field and hopefully nobody catches it. But as you see, what happens is the guard just gets beat too quick.
Yeah.
And he's trying to go deep here, but
yes. And it's open, but he gets hit, and it's off.
The deep one's really not too open though, because he's got these 2 safeties sitting right on each of the
That's true.
the hashes.
Yeah.
So with this guy coming in his face, you'd like to see him be able to just check it down right here to his tight end.
Agree.
I think that's the tight end that was.
Yeah, that's the right read.
Yeah. So, had quick pressure and just kind of toss it up. That's the only. It's really the only big negative that we see with him, and because he did this a couple of times in the Alabama game too.
Yes.
So
that's a bad mistake. That's a JV play. Can't do that.
Yep.
And from a guy who basically does protect the ball well through it's like you can't. I mean, wouldn't expect it from him, but you see it on film in each game.
Yes. Yeah. There's always 1 or 2 reps like that that they come up. He comes right back from that though, and they have him throwing the little quick catch. Good throw. It's not a whole lot going on here from a quarterbacking standpoint. It's pre-snap determining his read. Where he's going.
Yeah, it's like you just almost threw a pick. Let's get you a layup. Let's get you back confident because that was bad.
Yeah,
I want things to snowball here. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. A good way. Good job of the coaching to be able to get him right back in rhythm.
Yep. They don't call plays like he's the most confident quarterback. Like Justin Fields, he could throw 2 picks, and Ohio State's coming right back throwing the ball. With him, they manage him. If he has a bad drive, they'll come back with the run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And we see that here as I'm fast forwarding through it.
Yeah.
Because they had that when they come out and they're starting to establish themselves on the run here on the ground.
Yeah. And Florida's not a very good defense. I mean, they're an SEC defense, but they gave up about 30 points a game.
Yeah, they're definitely not Alabama, that's for sure.
Right.
They're in that middle tier.
Yeah.
So a couple of running plays here. And then
it's just nice to see Kellen Mond where he's not like constantly under pressure by 3 different people. Like it's hard to really glean a lot from watching him against Alabama, although he competed. In this game, it's like, okay, like he's got time, he's got some space. It looks a little bit more like what Justin Fields' tape looks like. What can you do?
Yeah, exactly. And the good part about it is even though he has more time, he still has bodies around him quite a bit. We've seen already at least 2 or 3 throws where he's got guys in the pocket that are closing down about ready to hit him. Where he's getting hit right as he throws the ball. So that's nice too to be able to see that. So they come out here and they've got 2nd and 7. Again, that's the second time. After this, that's really his second bad play of the game. We had and they're both coming here on the same drive.
Yes, same thing. Really doing too much, it's a bad decision.
Yeah, and it's not as bad as the other one because of the positioning of the defensive of the linebacker on this. But really, when you watch this play, the mistake comes earlier in the play because I'll pause it right here in a second to kind of show you. So he's got that blitzer coming off, and so his hot read is number 0 at the top of the screen. And you can see as this rolls through, he's looking there. Yeah. He sees the safety driving on this.
Yes.
He needs to know where the route though that his receiver is going to go is going to bring him back inside.
Yeah.
It should be an easy completion to that guy because as this play rolls through, he's wide open at this point.
Yes.
I understand that there's still 5 yards of separation between them, but because of that receiver's now coming inside, the DB's behind him, and it should have been an easy throw.
Yes, and he just doesn't pull the trigger. Well, he goes to his tight end.
Yeah, he just comes off of it too quick because you see him look at it right here, and then he goes back to his tight end after.
Yeah, but at least you can see his thought process. You can see what he's going through. I mean, that's coachable. It's like, go here next time.
Yeah. And what I like about it is, okay, so we had a bad rep right there. They come back and they're going to have him throw again. Blitz in his face, and he just makes a really nice throw.
Yes.
On time. So, he's had a couple bad reps, but every time he's had a bad rep in this drive so far, he's come back with a completion. And that's not an easy one either. That's not as easy as that little hitch on the outside.
No, the guy's not really open, but again, that slant, that's all day for him.
Yep.
He'll hit that 9 times out of 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, here's where I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
As far as his deep outside accuracy.
This is important. Let's watch this.
And it's a corner.
Yeah. And he's open.
And there's a couple. Yeah, and there's a couple of things wrong with this. Part of it is the receiver runs this route really flat.
Yeah, he does. He kind of doesn't expect to get it.
Yeah. Well, it's just that he's instead of running to the corner, he's kind of running it more. He's kind of bending it into a little bit of an out. And the other part of it too is that Mond's throw is just on such a low trajectory. Again, if he's going to make that throw, he's got to make that. If he wants to throw the ball like that, that's okay. Let's watch it from this angle. I see. But if he's going to do that, he's got to throw it on more of a line to the sidelines where it's almost becoming an out. Yeah. And with the way that the corner is playing this, the better read is really to hit the flat.
Yeah.
Because this guy is so far back. If this guy had kind of stayed up around, the 21-yard line, I guess, or so, then this corner route becomes a little bit easier to throw because instead of having to hit him at about the 5, he's able to throw it more to about the 8 or 9, where he's kind of throwing them as a corner out, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because that's what makes a corner route such an easy throw. If you can just kind of throw that there and let your guy run over to it because he's running away from all the defenders.
In this sense, his flat trajectory throw, he reminds me of Colin Kaepernick in that way, because Kaepernick threw everything on the line.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking. That's kind of what, as I was watching this film last night, that's kind of what I
He's very Kaepernicky. But he has Kaepernick with a little anticipation over the middle. I never felt Kaepernick had that kind of anticipation. I always thought he was a see it, throw it kind of guy.
Yeah, I agree. He looks a lot like Kaepernick because of his size and the way that even when he runs the ball, he kind of looks like he's got those long legs.
Skinny, yeah. But Kaepernick was bigger. This guy's not 235, 6'4", and Kaepernick was faster. He was a better athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's probably a more polished passer than Kaepernick was coming out of school.
Yes, so this is the second time too where they run another. So they run a corner again.
That was bad. Yeah.
And this one's another rough throw.
Yeah. He's open. He throws it early. He just misses him.
Yeah.
The right read.
He's got to be able to throw that with a little bit more arc to it.
Yeah.
And get that zip out there. It just the way he drives the ball.
So let me ask you: do you feel like that is coachable, or are some guys just they don't have that type of? I mean, Jimmy doesn't have it.
It could be, that's part of it. It could be part of it. Part of it could be the fact that just the way that he's throwing the ball, he might be driving a little bit too much off of his front foot, which is part of why, without being able to really see him, seeing him here, I can't really tell.
Yeah.
But that could be part of the reason for it. Because everything he seems to throw really is on a line. He doesn't really ever seem to throw it with an arc unless he's throwing that deep middle ball. And that
we saw off the bat. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's really how that ball needs to be thrown.
Yes.
If he's going to try to throw it like that without throwing it on the out.
It'd be interesting to see if a good quarterback coach could help him internalize, like, hey, you see that deep middle one you threw. Now you got it. That's the same shot you're trying to hit to the side. The hypotenuse ball. Mm-hmm. Be interesting.
Yeah.
Because Kaepernick, I felt like physically couldn't throw anything other than a fastball. He just couldn't take anything off.
No, he struggled with it, but he had a little bit more of an arc to his out, his deep balls on the outside.
Okay.
But it's all. I think it's something that's coachable. I think they could, just drilling them. Might be able to fix it.
Yeah.
But he's done a really nice job right here. He missed those corner routes, but everything else he did a good job on. He had a couple of bad plays, but he came back from them. So they've had 3 possessions in this first half.
Yeah.
And all 3 possessions are going to end up with a score.
Oh yeah. And he seems to be a pretty good quarterback in the red zone.
Yeah,
making a lot of
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, he's making a lot of touchdown throws from 10 yards out, 8 yards out. We don't see that from Zach Wilson.
No, you're right. We don't see him running, having to go in the red zone very often. This was the only other one that he's pre-snap determined that he's going to be going to his left side. Plus, he's got a blitzer coming from that direction.
Yeah. Plus, that tight end is by far his best receiver. He might be an NFL player. I don't know. Weidermeyer. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
He's just getting this ball out so quick because he's looked that way and he's got the blitz coming from there. It's well covered. Everybody over there. He does have the guy on the bottom of the screen open though.
Yeah. But I guess he's thinking like, look, it's a blitz. I don't have a time to scan the field. I got a one-on-one with my best guy. I trust him. Yeah,
and that's exactly what's happening is because he's not going to have time to he's looking. He's not going to have time with how quickly that ball's coming out to turn and throw it to the direction. Like I said, like we said, it was all predetermined before the snap which side he was looking.
Yep. One-on-one, I'm taking my shot.
Yep.
Okay.
And, they come out here in the start of the second half and they're throwing the ball again.
Yeah.
They're looking. They got him looking deep, and they busted coverage again, and he sees it and comes down, hits his running back for a nice gain.
I mean, he doesn't necessarily scan the whole field. There'll be times when he's looking right where he should look left, but he does see everything on the half of the field he's looking at.
Correct.
Most of the time. Yes.
Yeah. The majority of the time he's
majority of the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all, to me, it's experience.
Mm-hmm. Holding through this, we haven't really had a whole lot of negative as far as what about his game. There's only been a couple of plays.
A couple of bad decisions over the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, those two.
A couple of missed throws down outside the numbers. But otherwise, I mean, he hasn't hurt his team yet.
No,
not
at all.
No.
On this one right here, they're bringing pressure off of the edge, which is so he's going to be going to his hot read off to the right side because he's got the blitzer coming.
Yeah.
From the corner.
Yeah.
The corner just knocks it down.
Yes.
So, again, this is the right read. Good play by the defense. So every once in a while, you got to just tip your hat and realize they made a good play.
No question. Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay. I'm going to fast forward here through the next one because it's a run.
Sure.
I like fast forwarding because it reminds me of like the old school, like Notre Dame, Knute Rockne era film when they show that on like ESPN every once in a while. Cracks me up.
Yeah.
All right. So. Yeah, this was another one that's he just got to get this ball out quicker. This is the right read. They're running a flood concept up to the top of the screen, and he's going to go to the deep out. And he's got him. He just waits a little too long.
Once again, on the outbreaker, he waits too long. I've seen it. It's strange. He's got such good anticipation on the other ones. But yeah, you see it here.
Yep.
I mean, it's a good placement, but it's late.
Yeah, it's a little bit late, and that linebacker's doing a good job of being able to get up underneath the route a little bit and knocking it down.
Yeah.
And then here he's throwing to the quick hitch on the outside. Again, this is one where you'd like to see him not throw the ball quite as quick as he does because on this one he's got the tight end wide open.
He does.
Again, they got the blitz. He's looking out there, and the corner's just sitting there, but there's nobody on top of the tight end when the blitzer comes. So that's really where he needed to go.
Yeah, you're right.
So he just needs to see it a little bit better. He's not.
He does. He's a very he doesn't want to hold the ball a very long time, which makes him kind of unique for a dual threat quarterback.
Yes.
He's a point guard. He's trying to get the ball out quick. He's trying to distribute it. And sometimes it's like, whoa. Take your time.
Yep, exactly.
Be an athlete. That's okay.
Yeah, here we see him against the blitz again. I'm going to slow this one down just a little bit. They're going to be bringing pressure this time again, and he's this is one thing though, he does struggle at times against the blitz. We got the blitz coming this way.
Oh.
And I want to blame this one on him, but at the same time, this isn't his fault because he's actually, if you watch this play from the back from here again, let's just watch it one more time. Now, what's going to happen is he's going to get a slant in the middle, and he's going to be looking for this slant.
Yeah.
And you watch the guy that's running the slant. The problem is he never looks at the quarterback.
Yeah, I saw that too. He never looks at the quarterback. So what he's working with at Texas A&M. That's what he's working with.
Yeah, and if the receiver just looks, you can watch from this angle. You can see Mond's looking at him. Mond wants to throw the ball at him, but he also doesn't want to throw it off the back of the guy's head. Yes,
which is something he's done a lot of games that I've watched from him.
Yeah, see, he's looking.
He just hits people in the face.
He wants to throw there, but he's not looking. At the end, he kind of just. I think he's trying to throw it he throws it behind the check down. I'm thinking. I'm not sure exactly where he went with the ball, but we're lucky. He's lucky there that it wasn't. Bad up or intercept or anything like that, but I want to blame that on him, but it's not him. It's the receiver just not looking.
Right. Yeah.
And then they come back and this is where they kind of their offensive line really decides that they want to take the game over.
Yes.
And they just run the ball right down their throat on this one.
They have had some good offensive linemen. Jermaine Ifedi wasn't great in Seattle, but he's gotten better. And I think there's that McCoy guy in New Orleans, their center, who went to Texas A&M. So they do have some NFL players up front. I don't know if they do on this team, but they have.
Yeah, they do a really good job. It's
just the receivers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they do a really good job though on this series of really running the ball and sticking to it. And
takes them all the way down the field, pretty much.
Yeah.
See, they're down 11. It didn't necessarily look like they were going to win this game deep into it, but Kellen Mond wins most of the time. He's like Alex Smith. He just kind of wins.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he's like, if I'm watching this, I'm like, yeah, this guy's definitely going to end up getting like $100 million contract one day. I don't know about that, but I think he's a starter. And I think he might be able to win with him on a rookie deal. And then after that, who cares? I don't care. That's all I'm looking at in the draft. If a starter on day 2 that you could win with, I'm intrigued.
Yep, totally hear you.
I'm intrigued. Yeah.
Especially with this team and where they are.
Yes.
With the cap and everything, if they can build some other.
He's young. He can add to the running game. He can execute the short area passing game that the Niners have.
Yep. So we've kind of caught up now. Now they're going to throw the ball. This is a play. I think that it's a designed play where it's a kind of a shot play. It's the only way that I can explain why he misses the wide open receiver here, because he's got the tight end. He's got this tight end wide open for a touchdown, but instead he throws it to this guy. So the only thing I can think here is this is the design where they're kind of trying to run a design throwback.
And that's guy's just like clearing out.
Yeah,
I don't know, because he's wide freaking open. Kellen, you'd have to explain that one. I would ask about that in the post-game press conference. Kellen, I was in the press box. I happened to notice. Could you take us through that play? 46 was wide open.
Yeah, he was right there.
Nah, he needed to see that one. But at least he completed the ball. Did he complete it?
Yeah, he completes it. He completes it. No, that's the only excuse I can give him is that it's a design shot play, and that's where he's looking first, because
that's his first read and he's open. So why would you come off it?
Yeah, that's the only excuse I can give them. But other than that, that's a bad one.
Yeah. So they score, and they're back. They're down 4. Okay.
Yep. Down 4, and they're going to open up this next possession with a couple of runs.
Okay.
Let's speed it up just a little bit here.
Sure.
Because Florida's is doing a better job now of stepping up, and they're kind of slowing the run down. It's not just plaster through them like they did on the previous drive.
Yeah, condensing those splits a little bit.
Yeah, they get now they're 3rd and 5. So
okay, let's see what he got.
This is
what do you think he's gonna do? Mm-hmm. What do you think he's gonna do? It's just bread and butter.
Yeah, and he puts the ball right on him. 85 makes a nice catch.
All day.
You can see his strengths and weaknesses, but but his strength is the middle of the field. And in the NFL right now, the way the NFL game's going with the way the defensives can play, that's really their weakness. And you know,
and the Niners have a pretty good 85 over the middle.
They do. They have a really good passing game over the middle. You know, we've seen that for the last 2 years, and especially
a lot of in-breaking routes on the Niners.
Yeah, and there's a nice little slant.
Yep.
Like he'd be running with the 49ers.
Yep. The one thing is like he's in the shotgun, the pistol all day. And with Kaepernick, he was the same way in college. And I think that was the main reason the Niners felt he wasn't ready to start right away. Like he wouldn't be comfortable in that type of offense right away.
Yeah, because they wanted him to be able to play out from underneath center and whatnot.
And then they evolved away from that pretty much when he became a full-time starter.
Yeah, they did. They kind of
went to the pistol,
saw them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They adapted their stuff to his.
They did. Give him credit.
You know, so here's another deep shot off of play action, and
got to come back to it because he threw the first one so perfectly.
Yeah, and this time he just doesn't get the ball out in front of his receiver enough. He's throwing this one too much right at him.
Yeah. Did he catch it though? He catches it though.
No, he goes out the back of the.
That's true. Do they get a call here? I think they get a call. There's a flag.
They do get a call. There's something that they get on this one because there's I'm not sure what it is. There's a 10-yard penalty on Florida somewhere.
Probably a hold, defensive hold or something. But yeah, that one was like a little bit of the Carlton throw out of the gym. It's like, whoa, you missed by a lot.
Yeah.
So of course, let's run the option. Let's get him back. I love they always do it. When he misses a throw by a lot, it's like, hey, simple say. Back to the basics.
Yeah.
It's good in the option.
That's a really good option. He does a really good job there. That's a really good decision.
He's good at it. Yeah.
He gets to what I like about this one. Oh, wrong play. What I like about it though is and you watch his feet. Watch when he gets to the pitch point. He does a really good job of breaking this guy down. You see him stuttle and then just throw him nice back up the field.
Yeah.
So
he's good in that one cut stretch. He's good in that one cut stretch zone. It's like Arian Foster out there.
He's not a super athletic guy, but he moves well, and that's a nice little run right there.
Yes, he'll probably run a 4.7, I would think 4.8, something like that, which makes him a dual threat. It makes him mobile. I'll take 4.7.
Yeah,
Kaepernick. I mean, Jimmy's like a 5.11.
True. What do we think? Mac Jones is going to be like a 4.6 guy somewhere around there?
Yeah, probably in his dream.
Exactly.
Oh, man. You see everyone stealing your Tom Brady comparison. Oh, by the way, everyone. You saw that. Tua said it. All kind of people are saying it.
Everybody's.
It's kudos to you. People just steal our content all the time. All right. Yeah. So what we got here?
So they ran the ball there, and then the 4th and 2 here, they're going to go for it.
Okay. Got to have this.
Yeah, they're actually going to run it, though. This is a beautiful run right up the middle. Nice job by the running back.
CJ Spiller's son, maybe. Oh, just nice. Oh, what a freaking run. Wow. Maybe this guy's an NFL player. I don't know. He's always playing well in the games I watch.
He runs with really good pad. When he gets into contact, he's got really good pad level at the contact point.
That was great. Okay, so tie game, 4th quarter.
Yep, tie game. And they've been running the ball really well, so they're going to stick with it. Get a nice little gain on first down.
Yep.
Yeah, watch this guy run. Watch him run the ball because he does a really good job. Watch him. He gets his shoulders down.
Good pad level. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not running high. He's not running high at all. He gets those shoulders down and drives through him.
Yeah.
Kind of lean in there a little bit, and they drop him for a loss of 1. So now,
if he is CJ Spiller's son, he got way better pad level than CJ had. CJ never had good pad level at Clemson.
Hey, maybe that's what helped him out. His dad learn from his old man.
Yeah.
So
okay, third
and 5.
Where's that slant?
That's a really nice one. They're running that little where they kind of run that out, and he comes back inside, and he hits them right in the money.
Yeah.
And they get a fumble.
Yeah. Yes. And Florida gets the ball and scores. Nice throw. Mm-hmm. Fumble. Yep. No. So here it's looking like Texas A&M is going to lose.
Yeah, and he did it really. That was actually a good job on that play because he had some pressure on him, and he was able to kind of give himself time to get that ball out.
Yeah.
But right back to the run.
CJ Spiller's kid taking over, I'm guessing. Might be his nephew. Could be his nephew. Or they might not be related. Who knows? It was his
He's got the good name.
godson. Yeah. Like, yes. Okay.
So now he's got this little out to the tight end. He's got some pressure on him again, but he's able to get deliver the ball. And
like earlier in the game, this isn't a blitz. Well, it is. Yeah, nice.
It's a little bit of looks like a little bit of a delayed blitz.
Yes.
Come around. Let's watch it from the end zone one more time.
Nice throw. I mean, in the face of pressure, on time. It's good. I mean, he doesn't execute as well. Mac Jones really executes very, very well. Surprisingly well for a guy who has 17 starts in college. I was surprised. This guy executes pretty well.
Yeah, he does. He does a really good job for the most part. This one right here is a really nice throw. This is getting right back to it. You know, when we talk about his anticipation, because that ball's coming out right as the guy hits his break, and he's pretty well covered. It's not like he's wide open on this throw.
It's a hell of a throw. It's one of his best throws of the game. NFL throw, anticipation, small window, tight window, great placement, and it takes courage to throw that pass.
Yeah, watch where he puts it right to the. You know, gets it just a little bit to outside of his body, away from the defenders, and that's a really nice throw. And they come back off. They come back. We saw this play earlier with a play action and roll. Much better throw this time, as far as giving this guy a chance to make a play. And again, the defender behind him, the receiver does a good job on the back end of using his body and kind of bodying him out like a rebounder would.
Yeah,
you know. But the like about that throw, you know, compared to the incompletion that we saw is again, this is similar to that first play of the game where he's putting it out in front of him. And doing that, he's giving his guy a chance to run to it.
Really and he catches it.
Yep. And he catches it. And then they come back here. It's 38-38 now, late in the game. And looks like Florida must have fumbled the ball because they turned it over on their own end of the field. And Texas A&M is going to come out here and just really
run the ball.
Run the ball again.
Yeah,
they're trying to do two things. Yeah, they're trying to do two things at once here. They want to move the ball down the field, but they also want to
use the clock.
Use that clock up so that they can take care of it. My connection's a little slow here, so hopefully it'll come back.
Yeah, it's a really impressive win. He was down late. That throw at the end was clutch.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. He's got the really nice deep ball. You know, as I mentioned, they're going to be doing a lot of running right here. They're getting a lot of good yardage. They're still on that edge. They're not in field goal position at all.
Yep.
And let's see where we are. Let's fast forward it just a little bit because what happens, 3rd and 1, they run a sneak. He's going to pick that up. You know, we joke a lot about that, you know, that quarterback sneak. Shoot, if the 49ers had a guy who could run a quarterback sneak in the second half of last year, they would have scored more points than they did.
I find myself scouting that really closely. Like, oh, the Niners need that. Let's see how he executes. Ooh, that's a good sneak. That's a weapon.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things that it's overlooked if a guy can do that or not, you know. And
Kyle Trask's really good. He does it the Tebow way, where he just gets in shotgun and just
powers up.
I'm big.
Yeah. And so here, you know, now they got 3rd and 8. They're not in field goal position out at the 35-yard line. I don't think they have a guy that's going to be able to make this throw or that kick. But, you know, this wins the game for him right here.
Yes.
And, you know, it's a little slant. It's almost, I think this might be a little bit of a screen. So it's not that hard of a throw.
You see the Niners run this play all the time.
Yeah. You know,
from a trick set with the first 2 guys basically blocking. Yeah,
he does a good job though. He hits him right, hits him in stride, so he doesn't have to break his speed at all. He's able to pick up some nice yardage. I think down to about the 20 or so.
Yeah,
wins the ball game. Next play they kick it, and Texas A&M takes it. So a really nice win for Texas A&M, and really good, a lot of really good stuff from Kellen Mond in this game.
Yeah, I think this was probably his most impressive performance of the 2020 season. This was. You saw all of his strengths highlighted in this game, and what's interesting about it is you saw his weaknesses too.
Yeah. You see him make some mistakes. It's not always perfect, but it's pretty. You know, it's a pretty good game. It's definitely an improvement over what we saw him do against Alabama.
Yes.
At least I think it was.
Yes.
So, a really good job all around. And if he's sitting there in the 3rd round, at the end of the third round for the Friars to take,
Oh, man.
definitely like to see them take this guy.
Absolutely. I think he'd be a great value at the end of the third round. I like him so much that I'm cool with the Niners not drafting a quarterback in round 1 and round 2, because I think he's a starter and you just take him as late as possible. If people say he's going round 4, great. Take him in round 4, whatever. But I think like Dak Prescott, he became a starter right away. I like so many things about him. And I do think if you put him on a team with some legit playmakers, his play might improve. Period.
Yeah. I mean, look at what he's doing here with the guys at Texas A&M. With the 49ers, he's got a heck of a lot of really good playmakers on the outside that they can work with, and his running backs are pretty good as well. So I definitely could see him coming in. It might take him a little bit to get there, but I think at the end of the first half of the season, he could really step up and play well for him.
And look, let's compare him to Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson's more athletic than Kellen Mond. He's probably faster, quicker. Would you agree he's more athletic than Kellen Mond?
Oh yeah, he's definitely more athletic. Yes. He's got that. He's much quicker.
At the speed.
He's got. He's more. He's a much better runner. Because
when we watched Zach Wilson, we weren't particularly impressed with how he executed. I mean, a lot of stuff was predetermined. And when he had to get off of that, a lot of it was improvisation city. And he's really good at improving at BYU. We'll see if he can pull it off in the NFL. Kellen Mond doesn't improv until that's his last resort. He's very different.
Yeah, no, totally. And it would be, if you were to switch these two out, I think that the results would be, I think Zach Wilson would struggle in this offense. We don't really see Zach Wilson at BYU having to make the plays like what we're seeing out of Kellen Mond at Texas A&M. Whereas I think if you put Kellen Mond over at BYU, he's going to be able to operate what they're asking him to do, because that offense isn't overly complicated.
Yes. So when do I like Kellen Mond better than Zach Wilson? Well, I got to admit that Zach Wilson has better tools and has higher upside. But would I rather take Zach Wilson in round 1 or Kellen Mond on day 2? No question. I'll take Kellen Mond on day 2. I feel real strongly about that. But I could be wrong. But in the past, I've had strong takes about quarterbacks, but I never scouted them like this. I never could really look at the coach's tape and know for certain whether the guy was making good decisions, smart decisions, if he was throwing with anticipation, all the things that we can watch now. And I feel so much more confident in my opinions now.
Yeah, it's much. I agree with you 100%, because when you're able to sit here and watch the film, the all 22, it's completely different than just trying to gauge it off of what you're seeing on a TV cut and things like that. So
absolutely,
I definitely agree with you. I think in the past it's been a little bit rougher. This time around, I think we're much better prepared. And it's funny, not to toot our own horn, but you watch these, what's coming out from these draft experts, and they're saying a lot of the same things that you and I have been saying throughout as we've been watching these films and breaking these down. It's not really a whole lot different, and we're not getting paid nearly what those guys are.
It's not the most complicated game. I feel like what these guys had going for them, Mel Kiper, Daniel Jeremiah, all these guys the last 10 years, is they had access to this film. We didn't. And there's only so much you can watch on YouTube with the television copy. And now we have it too. And, we we know football pretty well. We can come pretty close. I'm not saying I'm Daniel Jeremiah, but we can watch the film, the same thing, and have some very interesting observations. And I think we're getting there. I think we're seeing other guys come to similar conclusions that we're coming to. So that's gratifying.
Yeah. There you go. That's the best way to put it. So
yeah. So next week we'll be back on my channel. We're going to watch Davis Mills, because he's the other guy that Daniel Jeremiah watched. I haven't watched him yet. I know you've watched him, and people I've talked to have been saying, "Dude, you got to watch Davis Mills. He's really good." So I'm curious.
Yeah, it'll be fun to take a look at him next week for sure with you.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on again. If you just tuned in halfway through, this is Jack Hammer. He's been on my channel a million times. He'll be on every Tuesday afternoon. Subscribe to his channel, for crying out loud. Tell him.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, Grant. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right. Thanks.